Hello and welcome to NORAD4U.com. Hello and welcome, I'm here Boston from NORAD4U.com. Today we're going to briefly show how I measured my Mazda 2012, Mazda 6 2012 for EMF, both low frequency magnetic field and low frequency and high frequency RF radiation. So let's start. Okay, so stage 1, let's do some reference testing around the car, both in RF and in low frequency magnetic field. Turn on the meter and just circle the car several times in order to understand what's going on. Level is 1.5. On the driver's side, I can see under the road there's probably a power line, so the levels are going up. There's no power line below or above the road, so it's possibly under the road. So the level went up, and I'm doing it again just to be sure. 0.9 on the passenger side. Again, going to the back of the car, going to the road, bypassing the car, see the levels go up. 0.7, 0.5, and moving back again to the car. Doing the same thing for RF, just to see what's the radiation around. 0.0005. When the car passes by, the levels go up because the car is radiating. Now, this is stage number 2, I'm going into the car. The car is not running, it's still off. And I'm measuring the levels on the seat. RF is as low as possible, low frequency is lower than 1 milligauss. I just punch in the security code, and now the car is on. Okay, stage number 3, let's measure when the car is on. I measured on the seat, 0.5, 0.1. Okay, and on the pedals. On the seat it should be lower than 2 milligauss, on the pedals lower than 10 milligauss. It is possible that I left the air condition on, so the fan of the air condition contributes some low frequency magnetic field. Now let's move to the back seat. Back seat 0.5, this is probably affected by the power line under the road. 0.5, 0.5. In a hybrid car you will see higher level, much higher. Now, passenger side, on the seat, this is 1.5, and on the floor, a little bit higher than 10, 15 milligauss, something like that. But the air condition is on, so the fan contributes some of it. Now let's search for some RF sources. I turn on the meter on RF mode, and I'm scanning the car in order to find some RF sources. This is my car, and I'm an EHS person, so there's no RF sources, but just to show you how to do it. Now, in order to show you how RF source looks like, I will turn on the Wi-Fi on the car's entertainment system. Pay attention to the meter, okay? Still showing nothing. Now the first time it emitted something, it showed something. Let's see the time scale and see the numbers of the levels. Please look at the time scale of the meter. You can see all the transmissions in the last 30 seconds. The idea here is to locate all the sources and try to turn them off. If not possible, try to remove them altogether so there will be no RF emissions in the car. And do not bring your phone into the car. Do not bring your smartphone into the car because it will also radiate. Okay, so stage 4 is basically doing measurements, mostly low frequency magnetic and electric fields, while driving. Now you need two people to do that. You need one person to drive and note what he's doing, like braking or accelerating or turning, or what's the current speed. And the other person should hold the meter and do the measurement, while I recommend filming it. Now, I usually don't do that because it's usually done in cases that someone is measuring an electric car or hybrid car that actually acts differently during driving, and while driving it might and will and usually emits more low frequency magnetic radiation, depending on the mode of driving, and if you're braking or accelerating, it emits different levels. And usually it's done by people who wants to buy the car and already saw some hints that the car is not good, is not low EMF in the stages before, in stage number 3, but say, okay, I might be okay with that, let's see how it goes while driving. And they drive with the car and measure it during driving, and they see all those pulses and all high levels of low frequency magnetic fields coming and going. And then there are two possibilities. One possibility is that the person will say, okay, it's too much for me. And the second possibility is he will do an average and will try to paint the pictures in bright colors. So you will say, okay, it's just pulses, it's not all the time, I'm looking at average is low, so it's okay. I don't recommend doing that. For me as an HS person, every pulse hurts, and I don't want to have any pulses inside my car from the car itself. During the stage number 3, if I see some hints, then I'm passing over this car. I'm not gonna buy the car, and I'm not gonna buy electric or hybrid. So I usually don't do stage number 4.
Minimize the use of smartphones and wireless devices before the use will minimize you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.